Praise be Jesus Christ, now and forever. I'm told by my efficient assistant that we've just passed another anniversary, or rather today is another anniversary. This is the second year now of Nuggets, so another anniversary to celebrate and to thank God and to thank you for all your support. I've been privileged in these last few days to go on a personal pilgrimage, although joining many others who were also making the journey. We were on the small Portuguese island of Madeira, perhaps best known for its fortified wine, which, to be a truly Catholic pilgrimage, also, of course, needed sampling. People from all over the world, including the United States and many parts of Europe, came to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the death of Blessed Emperor Charles, the last emperor of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, who died on April the 1st, 1922. He died on Madeira, where he and his wife, the servant of God Empress Zita, and their many children had been exiled by the Allies following the First World War. Some might be thinking that such an exile would be pleasant. However, the imperial royal family were poverty-stricken, and Blessed Karl died because of the damp on the mountain where they were assigned a home. Many of the Habsburg family, including numerous archdukes and archduchesses, were present for the celebration, around 100 members of the family, including 4 of the family who are priests. That tells you something about the faith which is still present in this great Catholic family. Why, you might ask, would people come to celebrate the life of a man, an emperor, who seems so far away from the life we lead in the 21st century? In the first place, he's been declared blessed by the Church. God willing, and one more miracle, he will be Saint Karl. His wife Zita is also on the path to canonization. Clearly there must be something remarkable about this couple. There, as always with the saints, is our first lesson. Beatification and canonization is not only so we may pray and honor these holy men and women, but because the Church believes their lives are worthy of imitation. How can I imitate an emperor if I live in Des Moines, Iowa, or Blackpool in England? Karl and his wife were faithful to their vocations, both their vocation to marriage and their particular vocation. For them it meant leadership. Fidelity to our vocation, whatever it might be, is never easy and will always involve both suffering and sacrifice. Blessed Karl was an exemplary father and husband. His faith, his deep Catholic faith, was what ruled his life and all his decision-making. It should be no different for any of us. For a time, his life was in what's been called a Gilded Age, the stuff of movies and costume dramas. It ended in defeat, exile, poverty, disgrace, and illness. Betrayed, as it's been said, by friend and foe, Karl never betrayed his vocation or failed in his duty. There were choices he could have made, which would have made his life and the life of his young family much easier in exile, but that would have involved an easy compromise with truth and fidelity. He and his wife show us the model of a Christian marriage and the model of lives lived in imitation of the sufferings of Christ. He's also, in my mind, a role model for all who have some position or vocation of leadership, either in the church or in civil society. St. Thomas More, as we know, is called the patron saint of statesmen, but Blessed Karl, although royal, could most certainly be a patron of all those called to lead. Today, more than ever, integrity is needed in our leaders, which is why, as I said, all vocations involve both suffering and sacrifice. To be dutiful is almost an anachronism today, but it shouldn't be. To do our duty, to be faithful to our calling, is what, with the help of grace, will get us to heaven. Famously, after their engagement, Blessed Karl said to Zita, "Our job is to get each other to heaven. That the Church is proposing this couple for veneration and imitation, even in 2022, should make us all ponder and perhaps learn a little bit more about them. Brethren, rejoice, be perfected, be comforted, be of the same mind, be at peace, and the God of peace and love will be with you.